Are you struggling to lose weight despite trying everything? Do you find yourself exhausted by mid-afternoon, fighting constant sugar cravings, or feeling like you need to eat every few hours just to function? If any of this sounds familiar, you might have a hidden glucose problem that's sabotaging your weight loss efforts. And here's the shocking truth that the diet industry doesn't want you to know. It's not really about what you eat, it's about how and when you eat it. Today we're diving deep into 5 scientifically backed food strategies that can transform your energy levels, crush those relentless cravings, and finally unlock sustainable weight loss for women. These aren't complicated diet rules or expensive supplements, they're simple tweaks that work with your body's natural processes to keep you feeling satisfied and burning fat all day long. But first, let me explain why this matters so much for women specifically. Our bodies are incredibly sensitive to blood sugar fluctuations, especially during different phases of our menstrual cycle, pregnancy, menopause, and periods of stress. When our glucose levels spike and crash like a roller coaster, it triggers a cascade of hormonal responses that make weight loss nearly impossible while leaving us feeling exhausted and constantly hungry. Here's what happens inside your body during a glucose spike. When you eat foods high in sugar or refined carbs, your blood sugar shoots up rapidly. Your pancreas responds by releasing insulin to bring those levels back down, but often it overcorrects, causing your blood sugar to crash below where it started. During this crash, your body panics and sends urgent hunger signals, particularly for quick energy sources like sweets. This creates an endless cycle of cravings, energy crashes, and stubborn weight gain. The first game-changing strategy is eating your food in the right order. This might sound too simple to be true, but research shows that eating fiber and vegetables first, then protein, and saving carbohydrates for last can reduce your glucose spike by up to 73%. When you eat carbs first, they break down into glucose immediately and flood your bloodstream. But when you eat fiber first, it creates a protective mesh in your digestive system that slows down glucose absorption. Think of fiber as a bouncer at the door of your bloodstream. It controls how quickly sugar gets in. This means instead of experiencing that sharp energy spike followed by a crash, you get sustained, steady energy that keeps you feeling full and focused for hours. The key is to start every meal with some kind of vegetable or salad, even if it's just a few bites of cucumber or lettuce. Now, I know what you're thinking. Eating a deconstructed meal doesn't sound very appealing. And you're right, it can feel awkward at first. But here's the beautiful thing about this approach: you can get creative with it. Make a colorful salad your appetizer, sneak vegetables into your main dish, or simply take a few bites of any available vegetables before diving into the rest of your meal. The second powerful strategy involves something you probably already have in your kitchen: vinegar. Any type works: apple cider, white wine, balsamic, or even regular white vinegar. The magic ingredient is acetic acid, which literally deactivates the enzymes that break down food into glucose. This means glucose enters your bloodstream much more slowly, preventing those dramatic spikes and crashes. But here's where it gets even more interesting: acetic acid also encourages your muscle cells to absorb glucose faster from your bloodstream, creating a double benefit. You get less glucose flooding in, and what does get in is quickly used up by your muscles. The result? Flatter glucose curves, reduced cravings, and your body actually starts burning more fat for fuel. The easiest way to use this hack is to dilute a tablespoon of vinegar in water and drink it before your meal. Yes, it's quite sour, so use a straw to protect your teeth. Or get creative, add vinegar to salad dressings, marinades, or even sprinkle it on your food. The best part? This hack works even if you drink the vinegar up to 20 minutes after eating, so don't worry if you forget to have it beforehand. Strategy number 3 is perfect for when you can't control the order of your food or don't have vinegar available: adding a green starter. This is different from eating in order because you're actually adding a whole new dish to your meal, like an appetizer made entirely of vegetables. The science is the same: you're getting that protective fiber mesh before the main event, but it's much more practical for social situations. Picture this: you're at an Italian restaurant with friends, and they're ordering pizza and pasta. Instead of feeling left out or breaking your healthy habits, you simply order a side salad first. That salad becomes your green starter, creating the perfect buffer for whatever delicious food comes next. The glucose goddess herself recommends a 1-to-1 ratio of fiber to starches, but honestly, any amount of vegetables is better than none. This approach is incredibly freeing because it means you never have to say no to social events or feel deprived. Whether it's Chinese takeout, family dinner, or date night pizza, you can always find a way to add some greens to the beginning of your meal. Raw carrots, cucumber slices, a handful of spinach, even a whole iceberg lettuce if you're feeling ambitious, the possibilities are endless. The fourth strategy is so simple it almost seems too good to be true. Move your body after eating. Your muscles are like glucose-hungry sponges, ready to soak up all that energy you just consumed. When you move within 70 minutes of eating, your muscles immediately start using glucose for fuel, which means less stays in your bloodstream to cause problems. This doesn't mean you need to hit the gym or do an intense workout. We're talking about a gentle 10 to 20 minute walk, some squats while watching TV, dancing to your favorite song, or even doing household chores like vacuuming. The goal is simply to get your muscles moving so they can grab that glucose and put it to good use. What's fascinating is how dramatically this affects how you feel after meals. Instead of that heavy, sluggish food coma that makes you want to nap, you'll feel energized and alert. Your productivity stays high, your mood remains stable, and you avoid that dreaded afternoon crash that usually sends you searching for caffeine or sugar. Here's the bonus strategy that changes everything about how you think about treats. Have sweet things as dessert, not as snacks. When you eat something sweet on an empty stomach, it hits your bloodstream like a tidal wave. But when you have that same treat after a meal containing fiber, protein, and healthy fats, the impact is dramatically reduced. This means you don't have to give up chocolate, fruit, or even ice cream. You just need to time it right. Having dessert after dinner instead of an afternoon sweet snack can be the difference between a manageable glucose bump and a spike that triggers hours of cravings and energy crashes. Think about how liberating this is. You can still enjoy the foods you love, but by simply changing when you eat them, you transform how they affect your body. That piece of dark chocolate after dinner becomes a satisfying end to your meal instead of a trigger for more cravings. Now, let's talk about what happens when you combine these strategies. When you start a meal with vegetables, add a splash of vinegar to your salad dressing, save the bread for last, and take a short walk afterward, the cumulative effect is remarkable. Your glucose response becomes so much more stable that you might not experience any significant spike at all. But here's what I want you to remember: you don't need to be perfect. Using just one of these strategies is infinitely better than using none. Start with whichever one feels most doable for your lifestyle. Maybe it's adding a small salad before dinner, or taking a 5-minute walk after lunch, or keeping apple cider vinegar in your kitchen for occasional use. The real magic happens when you start paying attention to how different foods and eating patterns make you feel. Many women discover they've been riding an invisible glucose roller coaster for years without realizing it. Once you experience the steady energy and reduced cravings that come from stable blood sugar, you'll never want to go back. One crucial factor that can make or break these strategies is the pace at which you eat. Even if you're doing everything right, eating in order, having vinegar, starting with vegetables, if you're eating too quickly, you'll reduce the effectiveness of every hack. When you eat fast, you're essentially forcing glucose into your bloodstream at high speed, overwhelming your body's ability to process it smoothly. This is why mindful eating matters so much for weight loss. Taking time to chew your food thoroughly, putting your fork down between bites, and actually tasting what you're eating gives your body time to properly digest and absorb nutrients without creating dramatic blood sugar swings. For women especially, these glucose management strategies can be life-changing during hormonal transitions. Whether you're dealing with PMS cravings, pregnancy hunger, or menopausal weight gain, stable blood sugar provides the foundation for better hormonal balance and easier weight management. The beauty of these approaches is that they work with your body's natural processes instead of against them. You're not restricting calories, eliminating food groups, or forcing yourself to eat foods you don't enjoy. You're simply optimizing the timing and combination of foods to support your metabolism and energy levels. As you experiment with these strategies, remember that everyone's body responds differently. What works amazingly for one person might need tweaking for another. Pay attention to your energy levels, mood, cravings, and how satisfied you feel after meals. Your body will give you clear feedback about what's working. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Every small step you take toward better glucose management moves you closer to effortless weight loss, stable energy, and freedom from constant food thoughts. These aren't temporary diet tricks, they're sustainable lifestyle changes that you can maintain long-term without feeling deprived. Start experimenting today with just one strategy that appeals to you. Notice how it makes you feel, and then gradually add others as they become natural habits. Remember, the most powerful weight loss secret isn't about finding the perfect diet, it's about learning to work with your body's wisdom instead of fighting against it.